welcome to the Easily Excitable podcast. My name is Topham, and with me this week is Dom. Hey man, how's it going?
It's going well, Topham. How are things with you?
Things are going all right. I'm in America. This is the first podcast I'm recording since I've moved with another person. The ones I did with Andreas and Emma were recorded just before I left, and I think one was released the day before I came over, and then the other one was 2 weeks ago now.
That explains why you had the update one, then the one with Andreas, and then the second update, and it was like, there's a gap of time here, and some shit is skipped around.
Yeah, so things are a bit... Like, the ones that I can do on my own, I typically have been doing on the Wednesday, like the day before they come out. Whereas the one with Andreas, because what happened was I flew over on the Thursday when the one with Emma came out. I chilled out, recorded the one with Andreas as well. But like that first weekend, like Rachel and I were just catching up. I was catching up on sleep and everything. Rachel was working all week, and no, she wasn't. She was working like 3 days: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And my parents flew in on the Wednesday, so I'd done like my one for that week and sorted that out. But I really was still trying to find my feet and like get adjusted. Then my parents were in from the Wednesday. We drove up to North Carolina on the Thursday and drove back from North Carolina on the Monday. My parents went on the Tuesday, and then Wednesday was the next free day I had, at which point I was just like, I'm exhausted because everyone's been here. And then the one with Andreas came out. So yeah, and then like the 2 weeks since then I've just had time to like chill out, decompress. So the day we're recording this, I've been in America for 1 month exactly by the date, and yeah, it's a whole change in life. A lot's gone on, and it feels like a lot's gone on. And now I'm just like, I need something to do with my days because Destiny 2 all day with the lads. While that sounds fun, and Ewan is also unemployed because he has also moved to America and married an American, and then the lads are all in the UK, and so when I'm up from like 10 a.m. here, it's 3 p.m. their time, and they're all either out of uni trying to find jobs or work from 7 until about 2 o'clock. It's just like, prime games playing hour is all day, and that is not healthy.
Wait, which Ewan? Like Rock?
No.
I was like, so fucking hell, like. No, okay, different
that'd
Ewan.
be wild, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would be like, holy shit, man. No, okay. Yeah, no, mate, it's. Yeah, you've got to get yourself busy, man. Like once all this stuff goes through, like once all the paperwork's done and whatever, you can like maybe start looking for a job again or something. Keep yourself occupied.
Yeah, absolutely. But I've got to wait until that paperwork's done. At the moment, it should be like final signatures going on it this week for us to send off. And like I said, I've only been here a month. And usually you have 3 months anyway to get this round of paperwork sorted. I did keep myself busy by building a speaker cabinet, which has been fun. It took me 4 days to build and like put together, but now it's put together. I'm just like, it's put together. Now I don't have anything to do.
You need another one. That's what you need. You got one for one side of your TV. You need another one for the other side.
Yeah, but it's just, it's just one of those things. I'm just like, I've got that now, cool. And then I'm just like, I finished that project, but also projects cost money, and I've not got a job, so I can't earn money. So
yeah,
it's
the cost of money. Cost of money. I can forward you some free-to-play games to do, but that doesn't really help your gaming addiction, does it?
No, I mean, yeah. I've been spending time like playing guitar as well. So the speaker cabinet was an extension cabinet for my guitar, for my amplifier. So now I can run like an amplifier with 2 speakers, and I can set them up in stereo, or I can set them up wet dry, and like do all these awesome fun things with them that creates awesome sounds. So I'm just like, I've spent a lot of time today actually just playing guitar and trying to figure it out, and just turning up the saturation on the reverb and everything, and just letting the sounds get big and massive, and just having a good time. But yeah, just been chilling out. But yeah, so yeah, what have you been up to since it's been a while since we caught up?
I've been working on my job. I think last time we talked, I just started at the contractor, which is it's all right. I'm getting to know some people. It's a weird situation this week. But I'll get into that in a second. But yeah, no, it's been almost 5 months at this point. I've been at this place, and I still don't have a contract not from the contractor itself, but like we don't do any work. It's an engineering contractor. We have engineers that they hire and they have on staff, and then it's like somebody will come in and say, right, we need like 5 mechanical engineers with like this much experience for 6 months or something, because we're doing a massive project and we can't hire enough people in that time, and we only need them for this project.
Yeah.
So then we're essentially sold out, and we go do work. But no fucker has taken me on because of like my previous work experience, which is really like weird. Essentially, like I've got 3 years experience, which is kind of like on that border between being not experienced and experienced.
Yeah.
And a lot of my experience isn't like actually engineering stuff. It's like legislative and like nuclear safety and stuff like that. Which there aren't many of them around, which means that once I get my name out there, I can be shopped around quite happily and I can bounce around all over the place. But it's like getting in there, getting hired by somebody who, because like the nuclear safety is just like, yeah, they want it to be perfect first time, and there's such a like obsession about it, for good reason, to be honest. If anyone's been watching Chernobyl recently, bit over dramatized, but that's actually surprisingly accurate from what from what we know. Anyway, sidetrack. So yeah, it's just like I've been 5 months now, but then today I had to be up at 5:15 this morning.
Ooh, ouch.
I normally get up at 7:15, and I had to drive like an hour south to go to a fucking training centre and have like all day training. So did the induction. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it's either like the end of this week or sometime next week, I will be working in a client office, and that'll be good in one way. It'll also be a pain in the arse the other, because at the moment I'm walking to work, and then that 20-minute walk to work is now turning into an hour bus journey. Yeah, not the best, but
not the best. But oh well,
shit happens. Keep me busy, but no, it's going all right otherwise. It's been going well. Me and Vic got our next trip lined up. GG stuff's going well. I'm starting DMing for D&D again.
Wicked.
Like loads of sort of nice little things just sort of falling into line right now.
Nice. Yeah, what have you been like keeping yourself busy with outside of work?
God. I think my consumption of podcasts has dramatically gone up. But they're all a very specific type of podcast.
Yeah.
They're all fucking D&D games. So I now listen to roughly about 7 hours a week of people playing D&D, and that's Critical Role and the Chain of Acheron are the two, and that's a fucking metal name, by the way, the Chain of Acheron. Jesus. But yeah, no, I've been listening to a lot of that. So that's like playing games in the background. So I'm playing a lot of Into the Breach still. I've been massively getting back into FTL.
Okay.
So that's been sort of the last couple of weeks.
Nice.
Been playing some Minecraft again. There's been murmurings in the group of we should probably like get a server up and running again, because a lot of people are like, we'd go back and play Minecraft. But it's just getting the funds together to do that and getting a powerful enough server to handle all of us connecting from all over the fucking planet.
Yeah. What was I was gonna ask? Did you play the Borderlands 2 like free DLC thing?
Oh yeah, no, me and Andy the Ciderman blasted through that in 2 days.
Nice. Was it good?
Yeah.
I've heard good things.
Oh yeah, it was good. They're not shy about giving you legendaries. There's 2 quests where the quest rewards are legendaries, and they're decent legendaries. There's a whole new tier of item called Effervescent, which is basically rainbows. They look like shit. They're just like, like metallic sheen. Basically, it's just like pure chrome sheen, but then just like colored rainbows. So it looks like crap, but it's like they're so good. And like there's standard enemies which just give you legendaries every now and again. Like the bosses, me and Andy played, and like we had Atlas jump in at one point, we had General jump in at one point. So we had like 3 to 4 people, so like quite high loot rate. But at the same time, we killed a boss with 3 of us, and we got 3 legendaries out of him.
Right.
Like from just one thing, and then the second boss we got a legendary out of, and the third boss we got 2 legendaries out of. And normally, like in a normal span, you get maybe like 1 legendary, maybe out of like 5 bosses. Whereas we've got like 5 out of 3. So they've massively just because it's it's a dying game essentially.
Yeah.
Borderlands 3 is coming out in a few months, and it's just like they're just like just have legendaries. Here's an easy way to farm them. Go nuts.
Enough.
But fucking 5 years after the last DLC, I think.
Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it?
Came out in 2012, I want to say, Borderlands 2. Had a lot of really good DLCs, and then they had the little Headhunter games, which were okay, and then it's up there. I mean, how much Borderlands did you play? Did you play much
not
Borderlands?
enough. Not nearly enough. I've definitely played 1. I probably got most of the way through it, and then 2 I have not played enough. I maybe hit level 15 or 20, maybe. Man. So not nearly enough.
Yeah.
And I was playing it with Rachel, and we picked it up 3 years ago, maybe close to 4 actually, probably 3.5 years ago. And because we were playing across the ocean, the latency was atrocious. Especially when Rachel was hosting, and so I'd jump and shotgun something, and then I'd die a second later from something that I thought I'd killed. And it's just
it had bad netcode issues. I'd recommend though. I mean, now you're in the same building, it'd be a bit easier. But I would pick it up again honestly, because there's Borderlands 2, the base game, which is on its own, that's a good 20 hours you can sink into that with just all the fucking side quests and stuff. Yeah. And they're all good, and they're all done so well. Handsome Jack is one of the best villains of all time. Honestly, he's so good. And then the 4 main DLCs, Captain Scarlet was okay. Torg was fucking insane. It was so good. The Hammerlock's Hunt is the worst, but it's still half decent. And the Tiny Tina Assault on Dragon's Keep DLC is it's so good. It's just pure bonkers. Just playing Dungeons and Dragons in the fucking Borderlands game, it's just absolutely fucking insane. And then the most recent DLC sits somewhere between sort of an average of the lot, which still means it's a really, really good DLC package.
Cool. I mentioned that I've been playing Destiny 2 a lot.
Oh mate, I saw the announcements of this, right? So the base game's gone free to play, right?
It's going free to play in September. Yeah.
That's kind of annoying for me, because I don't know whether I'm going to get anything, because I only ever bought the base game.
Curse of Osiris and Warmind will be included, so those were the first 2 expansion DLCs.
So I'll get them for free as well.
Yeah, the Gambit game mode will be available, which was with Forsaken, and that's a 4v4 kind of game mode, where what you do is you go around, kill monsters in an arena. There's 3 different spawn locations, so they'll spawn in one location. You'll go there, clear them, they'll drop items moats. You'll pick the moats up and run them to the bank. You can store 5, 10 or 15, and each one spawns a different style blocker that you will then send through to the other side to block the opponent's bank. So and almost then that prevents them from banking their moats. And at 25 moats deposited in total from your team, it opens a portal where you can go through and invade and take out the other team. So it's kind of PvE and PvM all in one. PvP and PvP and PvE all in one. It's That
definitely sounds interesting. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I might get back into it when it all kicks off back in September. But I know we played that game to death. I had fun with that game, and I'm just kind of I can leave that game now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was a decent game. It didn't deserve the ragging it got, to be honest.
Yeah.
I had the base game. I bought it. I think I bought it 20% off at Christmas. It was good fun. It was a good riot. I had played it with friends. It was decent. My playstyle fit the Titan to a fucking T, and just it was fine.
Yeah,
it was all good.
Yeah, it's good.
Pretend to be Captain America throwing the mighty shield.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a lot of fun. It's changed, not considerably, like in terms of gameplay, but there's new elements to it. They just introduced a 6-player group activity called the Menagerie, which is we're still trying to get a hold of, but it's been 2 weeks, and as a group, I think 4 of the 6 of us in 2 weeks have hit the max power because we've been proper on the grind. Actually, it might be 5 of the 6 of us have hit max power because we've all just been playing consistently. We finished the raid like a week and a half after it was released because it was released on the same day as the DLC came out. And the raid was a lot of fun, and yeah, there's just a lot going on in the game, and we're all having an absolutely great time with it. And yeah, Bungie announced that in when New Light comes out, or New Light Bundle comes out in September, cross save is going to be introduced into the game as well. So any progress I make on console can then go to my PC account, and I can play on there whenever I want. And yeah, that's quite mad. So,
that's good. There was a game that was talking about not cross save, cross play recently, and I can't remember what it was. And it was kind of like a big thing.
Yeah.
It might have been Borderlands 3. We're talking about it. Damn, Drought and Blast, that's annoying me. But no, thinking of like announcing shit. Did you watch much of E3? Because I missed all of the press conferences this year, with the exception of one.
Yeah, I watched bits and pieces here and there. Like, okay, yeah, we saw everyone knows about Cyberpunk 2077, and that does look.
Yeah, it's all over the
It's
place
like,
now. It's everywhere.
Which is good for that game.
I mean, CD Projekt Red haven't ever stepped a foot wrong with the Witch series. So like them doing an original IP, yeah, I just hope it works, because I know that they're very good game makers. We'll just see whether or not they're very good storytellers, because The Witch was based off books, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
So it wasn't really their own story, their own characters. So I hope that they've got the chops to be able to develop that themselves.
Yeah. What other things were announced? I don't really know, and I should have.
There wasn't too much. There was a shit ton of stuff from Nintendo this year. Because like, the thing was, everyone kind of held back this year because its next console generation is kind of on the horizon.
Yeah.
Like Bethesda did like nothing. I don't think Sony's not even there anymore. They decided to just say fuck it. They didn't even appear. Yeah. Microsoft said a few things, but I can't remember any that sort of stuck out in my head really, because a lot of them were like multi-platform titles that they were just basically using the Microsoft press conference. But yeah, like Nintendo went fucking ape. They announced Breath of the Wild 2, or the sequel to Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
Fucking 2 new Smash characters, including fucking Crash Bandicoot. Not Crash Bandicoot, sorry. Fucking Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah.
Fucking Bash Bandicoot is Crash Bandicoot. Fucking hell. Bash Bandicoot. Crash probably isn't far off, to be honest. I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, no, Banjo-Kazooie, which everyone has been like...
That'd be mad.
Because everyone's wanted him in since like the original 64. Honestly, like there was all the rumors going around like, oh yeah, you can unlock him in the N64 version. You know, the sort of Mew under the fucking SSN truck sort of rumors.
Yes. Yeah.
And yeah, finally they're releasing it, and the new Animal Crossing game as well.
That got delayed until March. It was supposed to be out in August.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Was that... I didn't realise it was coming out, so was it announced at E3, or was it just like shown more?
No, it was more stuff. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It
but still,
previously been announced, but yeah.
Yeah. More stuff more stuff about Pokemon as well.
Yeah, new stuff about Pokemon.
The first time Pokemon is coming to a non-handheld. Like, it's a main Pokemon title, and it's coming to the Switch, and it's like, there's a lot of rude reasons why we need to buy a Switch soon, to be honest.
People are quite mad about it as well, because it's not having a national dex. It's only going to have the regional Pokedex.
Yeah.
So that's like, that means that there's not really going to be support for all of the old Pokemon, and
that's a shame, really. But at the same time, like, I can see why they're doing it, because like I actually don't know. Like, this will be a genuine thing I'm probably actually going to look up after this. Whether you could transfer something that was on like a red and blue cartridge, whether you could get that all the way up to the most recent gen.
There was a break at like, it was either Generation 3 or Generation 4 that there was a break that you couldn't transfer between.
Yeah.
And so there's a limit to where you can transfer things forwards.
Because that's disappointing. But yeah, no, because there's something going on with the Extra Life for GGG at the moment.
I saw that going on,
which is Pokemon related. So I won't say anything more because it's not my project.
Yeah.
But we were looking at a number of ways to sort of battle Pokemon online. Essentially, we found this website. You can basically build teams from the ground up, and just battle them against each other for free. Nice. It's great. And yeah, there was some like stuff I was looking at. Like, do you remember the move Fissure?
No.
From the Gen 1 games?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
The one-hit KO, the ground move. Yeah, that we realised that move doesn't exist past Gen 3.
Yeah,
they just got rid of it.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh wow. okay, sure.
Yeah.
Like somebody did some combination of stuff. It was basically like he had a Machamp, taught it Fissure, and then the Machamp has like some thing like I don't know what they are, like hidden powers or whatever that have been added in like most recent generations. I don't fucking know. But Machamp can have one where he can't miss, but nothing can miss him. So it's like, give him the one KO move and make it so that he can't miss.
Yeah.
So, but it came out like, yeah, no, that's a broken. Nah, can't do that.
Yeah, makes sense.
But yeah, no, it's. I mean, that's a bit disappointing. It's like, you can't see, because then I mean, like, there'll be no other generation previous Pokemon's there probably.
There'll probably be a few, but it'll just be. Yeah.
I can't get my Bulbasaur, man.
I know, right? Yeah, there's just I don't know. It'd be the Pokédex is it'll be easily over 800, so there's a lot of Pokemon. But at the same time, people have been working on their collections for years to make sure they do have everything. So yeah, it's just a bit. Just
quick Google here. Actually, how many Pokemon are in the Pokédex? How many?
I would say it's like 840 or so, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
There are. Hold on. It's originally there was 151, right?
Yeah.
Oh fuck me! I've just found a website where it's just listing every single Pokemon. No, I need to know how many there are, not all of them. Oh my god, there's 821 currently.
821. Okay. Yeah.
That's a lot of Pokemon.
That's a lot of Pokemon.
I roughly know up to about 250. Roughly. That's the end of Gen 1. Sorry, Gen 2 even.
Gen 2, yeah.
But even that, like...
So many. Oh well. Yeah. I can't really think of anything that was like stand out from E3.
No, it was the Nintendo stuff and Cyberpunk, and that was basically it this year.
Yeah.
Because the other stuff was like, that's kind of.
It's gonna be another Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, it's gonna be another Assassin's Creed. Like Fallout 76 has introduced Battle Royale mode, and to try and resurrect that game. Like
it's not happening, is it?
No, it's not. They've reintroduced human NPCs after their whole selling point was that there are no other NPCs there are no other humans aside from other players. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That game was just.
It's just a shame, isn't it?
It was dead on so fucking arrival. I like that franchise. Honestly, I like Fallout franchise. It's a nice, it's an interesting world with interesting lore, but it's just like they fucking just butchered it.
But it's a shame. It's a shame. I hope there's more in the future, but we will see.
Well, I don't think it's going away, but it might well do. It might well do a bit of a hibernation.
Yeah.
Because there's that other game, isn't there, coming out? Starward. Is it Starward Bound? Something like that.
Oh, I don't know.
Have you not heard about this?
No, unless I have. It's like the Outer Worlds or
Outer Worlds or something. Yeah.
I know there's two that have come out that have got very similar names, and one of them's like the one that's ex Bethesda, and one of them is completely different.
Well, there's Outer Worlds. We'll go with Outer Worlds for now, but it's it looks very Fallout-y, but more like space travel.
Yeah.
But it's I believe it's like some old Bethesda guys. It's a load of guys who used to work for Oh bloody hell! I can't remember the name of the studio now, but it was the guys who were behind the original Fallout, like Fallout 1 and Fallout 2 and Fallout Tactics.
I should know that. I really should know that. Oh well.
Yeah, so it's some of those guys, some of the creative leads on those, and it's some ex-Bethesda, and I think it's Obsidian actually who are doing it. I think it's under Obsidian's banner, and Obsidian did a fucking amazing job with. They've done so many good games. Obsidian, honestly.
What have Obsidian done recently?
I can't think of anything done recently.
Did they do Rage? Not Rage.
No,
it's the wrong one. Doom.
No, that's
the Doom remake.
No,
that's Devolver.
Fuck,
no,
that's Epic.
Devolver. Epic.
That's
okay.
No, wait, that's not. Yeah, that's published under Epic.
Oh,
it's not Bethesda. It's not Bethesda though. Bethesda didn't do that.
No,
because I know Bethesda best from like 2, essentially sequels to Bethesda games that they did better. Which was Knights of the Old Republic 2, Sith Lords, and Fallout New Vegas. I'm trying to think, like, who did the Doom games? Shit! It's John McCormack is the name of the main guy behind it, but I can't remember what the fucking...
Yeah, so Outer Worlds is Obsidian.
Yeah, so it's all looking good that because they actually released some more either gameplay or like some more information about it at E3, and people are like, excited, and everyone's like, oh, it's gonna be the Fallout killer, but it's already kind of in my mind kind of dropping off a bit because they managed to get the hype train really really massive when they released their trailer the day that Fallout 76 came out and was a pile of wank.
Yeah.
And it's just that since then I'm just not part of that, part of that hype train. I don't know.
Fair enough. Cool. So, yeah, what was I going to say? Yeah, aside from all that, like, I've been playing Path of Exile as well. I'm just chilling out with that. Like, you might see me on that all the time.
Path of Exile's good. I picked it up for a bit, and then nobody was playing it. I think I missed the window where a load of people were playing it in the group, so I was like, this is... I need to... I really think I would enjoy a Diablo-esque game if I picked it up at the time when everyone else was fucking playing it.
Yeah,
because I've never played it in like a proper squad or anything, which is
I'm playing it at the moment. Rachel's been playing it. We just made it through the campaign. The new Legion expansion came out a week and a half ago. By the time this comes out, it'll be just about 2 weeks since it came out. Made it through the campaign, now in the end game, and they did a lot of rework to the early part of the game. So like animations and stuff like that. They've introduced animation cancelling, and they just reworked all of the melee skills, like all of the melee skills that they had, and it's working really smoothly. I'm playing like a spellcaster, and I've started like an alternate character to go through the game as a melee character and just see how that works and see if I can have some fun with it. And so far it seems to be going pretty alright. And yeah, just a lot of fun going on with it right now, but we'll see.
No, there's a lot of good stuff going on in games right now. I mean, at the moment I've been kind of revisiting old classics, but
yeah,
I definitely
need to pick up some more.
That reminds me, actually, we had some fucking interesting times over the weekend. Hunt Showdown. Do you know that game at all?
No.
So it's that it had a free weekend. It's what Crytek are doing. So the guys behind Crysis, it's their like player v player and environment at the same time game. Basically, it's squads of 2. There's 10 of you in a match. Or you can be like 10 of you in a match just on your own. And basically, like, you're in Louisiana in like the 1930s, basically. And there's like almost like Doom-esque, like a hell portal is open and people have been turned into zombies and shit. And it's like you have to go and like be an exorcist and exorcise these like demons and stuff. It's really fucking cool, but there's only one demon on the map. So it's basically like there's these squads and nobody knows where the demon is. They could be in any of these compounds, but by going to these compounds you gain clues that narrows the map. So eventually everyone knows where the fucking demon is, or somebody just randomly comes across it. If they manage to kill it, they then start exercising it, and then everyone is like, oh, they're fucking here, because only 2 people can get the reward off the demon. So everyone just converges on it, and it suddenly goes from like, oh yeah, worrying about zombies and shit, to, oh god, everyone's coming at me.
Cool.
So it's a very tense atmosphere. It's very fun though.
Nice. Sounds fun. Wicked. I need to go and tend to something, so why don't we wrap this podcast up here?
Can do. Yep.
And,
no worries.
Yeah, we'll carry on the conversation another day. So yeah, thanks Dom for being my guest this week. This has been the Easily Excitable podcast. Thank you for joining me.
Ta-ra, everyone.
And yeah, have an exciting week. Goodbye.
Bye.